Let's start with this paper case. Hmm. You know. So as we were talking about, the case of depression, the first one. So she started around 42 years old lady, and she had this depression since 4 years. Okay, and she started saying that it is so sudden, and I feel very tired because of it. At times, I am feeling confused. It's been 4 years, and then I'd gone to psychiatrist. It has helped. I've taken the medicines. And the feeling of depression is that I'm always scared. I don't feel like working. I don't want to do anything. Anything new that is going to come, it bothers her a lot. So I think let's go step by step so we understand with each slide what is coming up. So we saw a sudden, and then there's a confusion, and something which is new is bothering, right? So these are the keywords which are coming here, which represents something which is coming in the left side or the early development, right? I will get anxious to go in the train. I'll not be able to do it. That's the first thought that comes to me. Everything seems so new to me. It was very sudden when it has started. I don't feel like meeting everyone. Inside, I feel very confused. I feel different. I feel restless. Hmm? So now what's coming here is the theme of inside and outside, right? The sudden everything seems new. Inside it's different, outside is completely different. Anxious to go in the train. Hmm? It's very important, right? What does this imply going in train? No? Going in train, going in a flight, yeah, taking this journey. Yeah, very important. The journey to go out, travel, not feeling grounded is very important. Then she talks about her son who's very demanding. I should be left alone when I'm feeling all these depression, but I have to be a good mother. He's 12 years old, so if he doesn't get what he needs, I have to be there for him. My husband also keeps traveling, so I'm the only one with my son. I'm so used to be alone. Now I'm working alone. I'm not surrounded with people. I've joined Zumba. I feel light and happy when I'm doing this Zumba. So she says it's very weird, I don't feel like being with people, but when I'm with them, I feel light. So it's very, very confusing for me. Yeah. So here what we saw is alone and then company. There's a confusion there. Then demanding style. Need to be a good mother, right? Taking a lot of responsibility and then feeling very heavy versus what we saw in feeling of light when she follows these kind of exercises or Zumba. And then there is a lot of confusion, which corresponds to the anal or a toddler age. And the inside and outside theme of the subclass 2 of the plan chain. Yeah? Very initial impressions, but some hints. Yeah, we are on some kind of a path or journey. So she's into this her own business into making these designs for the furnitures. Hmm? So she feels she started doing this, but she always feels that I will not be able to do it. That's the first thought that comes to her. I'm not even settled. My business is picking up recently. I'm starting something new. a new line of furniture. Anything new, so it takes a lot of efforts, but it's not enough. My efforts are not enough. I feel very tired, and I don't get even enough results. It's been so long that I'm doing this without any results. Maybe I have to try harder and harder. So here, what it comes is the feeling of not settled. Yeah. Okay. Then she's talking about the work, business, and the efforts that she is doing for her career. So also the earth element. Yeah. Also about the anal stage. Then I feel a lot of confusion. So many things on my mind. My mind is never clear what I want to do. I am putting so much money into my new business, but nothing is coming back to me. I need to settle. If I stop, then what will I do? If I if I work, I feel really good. If no work, then I feel a lot of thoughts that keep coming to me. I just feel like being alone. I need to feel alone. I want to go also somewhere. I am left to myself because of all this situation, husband traveling and all. I'm just left to myself. Hmm? So it's very weird kind of a loneliness that she has. Hmm? So she talks about money, talks about the work, talks about settle, security, more about career, right? And then there will be sudden transformation happening. 2 days ago, I am completely different, and now when I'm talking to it, that feeling gets overpowered on me. If you meet me like 2 days before, I wouldn't have been sharing all these things with you. Continuously, I feel like I need a break. I need a break. I just feel like going to some place, leave this and go somewhere. And when I'm not working, even that time it's worse. And I feel very, very restless. Hmm? So taking a break from work, I feel very closed where she is right now. So why working is important? Because self-esteem. It makes me feel better. Every little thing about it, I feel anxious. If my son doesn't come even 5 minutes, he gets late. I get all sort of thoughts. Everything bothers me. That my son will not be with me. Something will happen to him. I'll be lonely. Continuously only thoughts. And I'm happy when I'm with them. Otherwise, I continuously have those negative thoughts. And these thoughts are like, will he be happy with me? Will I be able to take care of him? All these negative thoughts keep coming to her. Yeah. So anxiety, lot of anxiety about small things. A lot of thoughts which are overcrowding, right? And then she wants to do things, right? Prove the self-worth. Since last 2 to 3 years, he's very close. Like the son is very close to the husband, so she feels that he's going away from her. He will not listen to me because I am too strict. Hmm? So he feels that you're always correcting me. You find faults with me. I get very scared if he goes away, and I think a lot about the future. Hmm? So here are some features of the school age that are coming. Some fears, she said that scared of flight travel. I feel jittery. My hands get very cold. I'm confused. I get scared. Now also in train, she feel that motion, because she came from the train when she was coming to us, and that time also she was feeling this motion, when she was talking to us. I get scared if there is suddenly a loud noise comes. Hmm? And if it is a recurring noise and it keeps bothering me a lot, and I can't tolerate the noise. So air, train travel, jittery, the loud noise, that makes her feel jittery, like not feeling grounded. Also, the relationships matter to her. So relationship between her and her husband, there's some distance which is affecting her. I keep judging myself. Why did he say this? I'm not feeling well inside. I'm a total failure. I get so much appreciation for my work, but I don't get money or I don't get success. Hmm? And then what you will do if you don't have money? You won't be heard, or you will not have any say. So you just need the money. Okay, you need money to be happy or to do something on your own. Hmm. So she says, I'm not very good at selling things. My designs are good and I'm putting a lot of efforts, but I'm unable to sell them. I don't know. I can't approach people to sell it. Yeah. So the issues related to money, appreciation, difficulties with communication that we saw, or with people. We ask about her nature. I'm quiet, I'm timid, I don't express myself easily. I will try and accommodate with other people. So people don't come to know that. I will think about it and then I do it. But my parents will understand that. My husband is very short tempered. He will say anything, but I am the one who's, keep thinking about it. I have to be very careful for what I say. And I don't like that environment when I am in such situation, hmm, where people don't talk to each other. And then I feel more of loneliness at that time. Yeah. Some more characteristics of her nature that we got. Okay. Then about this, I used to walk into my space. So she spoke about this. So recently she had shifted, no, to other house actually.
Yeah, so basically they used to live in, sort of row houses that you have, where you have an opportunity to, it's a standalone kind of a bungalow, for a lack of better word, and you have your own space that you can have your own kitchen, garden, etc. So then recently they had shifted to another, like a typical multi-story high-rise building,
Yeah.
and she didn't like that at all. And you will see, so when she was in her original old house, she would say that that garden was her own space.
Space.
Yeah,
And
and she
she,
would walk into that space.
yeah. So whenever she feels is low or and depressed, she will go there and just walk there. And she also likes to, plant trees, potting, gardening, lot of things. I try doing new things in my garden when I feel all these things. I need it. I see some part of me there. Hmm. I used to make compost. I used to, in all the seasons, I used to sow things. And this was like the most interesting and most fascinating for the patient she spoke about. It keeps you occupied all the time. Used to grow and then bring and then cook. It was very, very exciting for her. I used to feel worthy when I was doing that. Everyone used to come and pick things. I used to not hold anything. I used to feel happy to give, and people are coming and taking those. That was my space, my personal space, my comfort zone. And I was so active at that time. And she actually misses that space that she has. So she spoke about the industry, the work, the self worth, and walking into her own space. Yeah. And then she spoke about this. So when she gardens, or she's doing all those things in the garden, and then when she puts her hands in the soil, it's like, it was like a transformation for her. She felt so good to do all these things in the garden, mixing the soil, making the compost. Hmm? And gardening has a tight schedule, but it was on my top priority. It keeps me connected. Since we have shifted to this apartment, I feel far away. I feel because now they're staying on the seventh floor. I feel not grounded, not close to my soil, no sunlight over there. I couldn't grow anything. If I was angry, upset, I will just resort to my garden and doing something, so soil or with the water or cutting, pruning, anything that will make me feel good, and I'll forget all the worries. And that was my life. There was no social life, but that was the only thing that I used to do. The garden I was attached to it is not there anymore. Actually, misses it. So what we saw here is more of grounding, the sun, the earth element, or the earth connection to the earth, and no social life, being with her own self. I feel hurt if I'm not understood properly by other people. I'm always emotionally dependent. My husband is not that kind at all. Hmm? All the money also is all his. This money is not mine that I feel. I'm not earning. That's a very big issue for her. This is my husband's money, and you don't have a control over everything. I can't do what I want. That freedom from my own money, I don't have that at that moment. And she's really struggling for that and try to work. So the themes here which were coming was money, freedom, career, dependency emotionally and financially. So with this, she feels trapped when she's not, independent. I want to go somewhere. I need to go out in the open. And then,
My husband takes over.
yeah, my husband takes over the whole house. One man is sitting and everyone is there for him. I just feel like there's nothing of my entity and I am nothing. I'm totally confused. We are doing so happy externally, we are joking, we are very nice with each other, but it's not very happy inside me, as if there are two different persons in my head. He's very dominating to someone who takes control. I feel trapped to be not to be able to keep a control. I get very hurt. I avoid him because I can't handle him. So what we saw here was avoidance, a psychotic kind of a behavior. Yeah. Then trapped and open, confusion, control, lot of identity issues, and so this gives an hint towards the left side of the chart. Some dreams. Someone is running behind me with knife. Someone is trying to scare me or trying to kill me. I'm trying to escape from all the situations. Some animal is running behind you. And so these dreams, at times she used to have bad dreams also, where she used to get up from the sleep with this fear of snakes is there. I'm scared of lifts, unknown lifts. My own lift is fine, but if I go somewhere, I'm scared of those lifts. So we saw the themes of danger, somebody from behind, then snakes, unknown small places. Anything else that we saw? I'm too sympathetic towards the opposite person. I'm too scared as a person. I have a lot of guilt feeling. Appreciation matters a lot to me. It makes me feel good about myself. I always compare. I want to do better. He's an achiever, so husband. So I also want to do, something in my life. And ask about the animals. I like squirrels. The way they run around, the sound that they make, running, nibbling. They're very fast. Like them. So here, what we saw is very sensitive. There's some issue of guilt, self-doubt, appreciation, right? Somewhere comparison and running fast.
Running fast is important.
Yeah.
Something that you don't have, no?
Yeah.
And she ends the case, and before she goes out of the room, she says, there are no side effects of homeopathic medicines, right? She just wanted